This is something that really makes me nervous to speak about.
That's really weird.
Hey guys, so I don't really know what I'm going to speak about today. I literally just got back from the gym, drank a coffee. This video could be a little bit all over the place. Number one, because I'm very caffeinated, and number two, because I look a little bit gross, like let's be honest here. I just felt like I wanted to sit down and have a little chat to my camera. I still feel like I have a lot to update you all on in terms of moving back to Australia, because I've been back, like this is my third week back now, so I've been back around 2.5 weeks. I still feel a little bit all over the place in terms of like my job and settling back in. I am honestly so happy I moved back. Not a day goes by where I think, oh, maybe I've done the wrong thing. I feel really at home here for the first time in my life. I've never felt at home in Australia. I've always felt a little bit uneasy. I think maybe I wanted to touch on loneliness today. I am very vulnerable with you all, and I speak about things that sometimes I'm like, Amy, you should probably keep quiet about that. This is something that really makes me nervous to speak about, because I don't want people to think that I am taking pity on myself, or I don't want people to think that I'm a bit of a weirdo. I experience loneliness quite extremely, and I feel like the reason I want to speak about this is I know that some of you are in the exact same position where I struggle with loneliness, but in the same respect I suffer with social anxiety, and so it's like you can't win because you feel lonely, but when it's really difficult to make plans and it's really difficult to go ahead with those plans. I'm lucky in that now I am back here, I'm surrounded with a lot more people. When I was in the UK, I suffered with loneliness to quite extreme levels, to points where it would almost be like a physical ache in my body, or I would feel like I was suffocating in my own body because I just felt such deep loneliness, which I never thought possible as a human to feel that. And I've always been a really independent person, literally from birth. I'm an only child, I'm an introvert. Naturally I like my own company, so I never thought I would struggle being alone or being lonely. And I must say as well, there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. I am so okay with being alone, but being lonely is an entire thing, like an entirely separate thing. I really struggled with loneliness in England, and I've been trying to piece together the pieces, because that's what I do, I'm a problem solver, and I still can't really work it all out. But I think that I struggled to make friends because I really threw myself into work, and especially in Brighton I was working a lot of different jobs. And then when I wasn't working, I was at the gym, and the particular gym that I went to was not a very nice crowd. I tried dating, I tried making plans with people, and I don't know what it is. People would just cancel plans, or they would never quite tell you specifically when they were free, or I would get a little bit too nervous and then I couldn't follow through with the plans. I know that with guys in particular, the fact that I didn't drink was like a big thing, because everyone just wanted to go out and get drinks, and that's how they felt comfortable. I did go dating when I was in the UK, and often we would go for coffee or something, and I would spend hours like chatting with them, and you know me, like the conversation goes deep quite quickly, and then it would be nothing, and they were too busy to catch up. And that can only happen a certain number of times, and then you start to look at yourself and think, is there something wrong with me? But I don't think it's me. I don't think there's something wrong with me. Honestly, I feel like to the right person I have a lot to give, and I have a lot of good genuine character traits that maybe not a lot of other people my age have. Maybe like it gets to the point where I start to feel insecure in my body. Maybe they don't want a girl that lifts weights or has muscle definition. Like I don't know what it is, and it can be really frustrating at times. And because I already suffer from low self-esteem, kind of makes that a little bit worse. Since moving back to Adelaide, I've reconnected with people that I was chatting to in the past, or that I have been following on social media, and it's been fantastic. It's been really great, but it's still an ongoing struggle with loneliness, definitely. I don't really know what to do about it, and I think I've come to this stage in my life now where I have a few issues, like not just loneliness, like I'm also getting like depressing mood, like not depressing moods, but I get really low mood sometimes and struggling with some mood swings. I have all these issues, and usually as a problem solver I'm like, okay, I know how to fix these things, but now I'm like, these are parts of me and I don't really know how to change them, and that scares me. I mean, I'm not in the financial position to invest a lot of money into trying to get therapy, to go to a psychologist or anything like that. I think therapy can be good for anyone. I'm not just saying like I'm crazy, I need a psychologist. I think anyone can benefit from it. I'm not in a financial position right now where I can do that, and also honestly the thought of explaining my entire life to someone only to maybe not click with them and have to move on to the next one, that just seems like the most exhausting thing to me, and I don't want to do that. You know, I speak to my parents about this, I speak to some friends about it, but there's only so much they can say because they don't really know either. It's scary to be in a position where I don't really know what next to do, and so I guess I'm just kind of living my life, and it's really good. I've started instructing at F45, that's keeping me busy. I've got a few other things in the pipeline, but I still just feel like I'm not doing enough, and then I feel like I'm not enough. And I think that in life we all have one big fear, and that fear manifests itself in so many different ways to try and corrupt us, essentially. And mine is that I just don't feel like I'm good enough in every aspect of my life. Like, honestly, every single aspect, I don't feel like I'm good enough. And this isn't me taking pity on myself, this is just like a fact. Like, I can say it like a fact. I don't feel like I'm good enough. That's why I struggle with eating, because I didn't feel like I was worthy to eat enough food to fuel my body. I didn't feel like I was worthy for this, that and the other. Maybe that's why I struggle socially, because when I spend time with people I just assume they're spending time with me because they take pity on me, or because they had nothing better to do. I feel like I'm a burden to a lot of people. This is really getting honest, this is really getting deep. It's something that I need to try and unravel myself, but I don't know how to do it. Like, I'll be totally honest with you, I'm perplexed. I don't know how to do it. So I feel exhausted from all of the spiel that I've been speaking about. I may add something else to this vlog, I think, because, you know, I want to provide you with some quality entertainment. I'm not too sure what at this stage, but you're about to find out. I don't know if you guys remember, in my last vlog I mentioned that there was this new Coke product with coffee and it was really weird, but I might review it. Look what I picked up on my travels today. It is not just Coke with coffee. It is Coke with coffee and chocolate, or they have a coffee and caramel one. Ew, is all I can say. Blend coffee and chocolate, made with no sugar, made with real coffee from Brazil, so you know, it must be good. And I was actually looking, and you know what? Per can, there is only 35 milligrams of caffeine. A regular cup of coffee has 100 to 150 grams of caffeine, so it's kind of false advertising. You'd think it would like really like hit you hard. I'm actually really excited to try it. Also, there could be absolutely nothing to this, but did someone tell me, or I read it, that if you have a can and you like bash it 2 times before you drink it, it stops that crazy fizziness when you open it. I'm going into this expecting cold brew coffee. It's not gonna be cold brew coffee, is it? Okay, it smells exactly like no sugar Coke. If it tastes like no sugar Coke, that's totally fine, because I actually like that. That's really weird. You're initially hit with the coffee and the chocolate more than anything. Quickly after that, it tastes like Coke. And then the aftertaste tastes chocolatey. That's a really weird experience. It kind of also tastes a bit like Weet-Bix. But that could just be me. My nose is also a bit blocked, so don't trust that comment. Guys, I don't hate it. What the hell? That's alright. I am not allowed to drink the rest of that today. I just wanted to try it on camera. I'm gonna drink the rest tomorrow. I didn't think I'd actually drink the rest, but I think I will. Because I've already had 2 coffees today and it's like 2 p.m. I think I don't need any more caffeine, even if it is only 35 milligrams. I can't believe I actually like that. I have to try the caramel one next, but this cost me $3.10, so it's not something I'm going to be drinking on the regular. I have one more thing to review. I'm just going to pop this back in the fridge and then more reviewing time. Alrighty, this one I am excited for. I've been seeing these for quite a while now, but I'll be honest, cookies and biscuits aren't really my thing. You know what? I got this for like, how much was it? $2.50. I can't complain. Is it even in date? Look, oh, 10th of May, what's the date? Okay, it's in date, but I think they're getting new packaging and that's why it's cheap. Also, one is definitely crushed. I'm not sure about the rest. I got Snickerdoodle because Snickerdoodle is great. I think that these are from America, made in the USA, yeah. What I like is that the nutrition facts actually say that there is 1 serving per pack. So some of them get you and they're like, oh, 1 serving is 1 cookie, and it's confusing. So for the whole thing, it's 220 calories, 12 grams of fat, which you would expect because it's got nut butter in the middle, I think. What do you get when you combine buff baked nut butters and protein cookies? Et voila. Then has 17 grams of carbs, pretty good for cookies, 13 grams of sugars, so there's quite a lot of sugar, and 12 grams of protein. So you can't really call them protein cookies, but whatever. The ingredients are firstly Snickerdoodle almond spread, yes, and then the second ingredient is cane sugar. Homemade, oh, I thought it said homemade free whey protein, but it says hormone free whey protein. It has got palm oil, but it's sustainable. Anyway, Amy, shut up. Let's get to the review. I'm going in. I like that it's in a little... Oh, they smell good, you know. I can smell the cinnamon. I like that it's in a tray. Whoa. Okay, yeah, one of them is crushed. That's okay. You know what? We might try the crushed one. The rest of them, look, they look pretty flimsy. Like, it's not that great. Like, wow, look, okay. They look a little bit rough and ready. There's a little bit of almond butter that's been like leaking out. But, you know what? I will reserve my comment until I've tried a bit. I have my poker face on. But they're actually really nice. The cookie is really light. I thought it'd be really hard, but it's quite light. You can tell it has a little bit of whey in there because it gets a bit sticky as you chew it. But the almond butter in the middle is really nice. I actually really rate that, to be honest. Thing is, like, these things are expensive, so I got it for $2.50, and that was quite reduced. I think they usually sell for $5, and I'm just not sure I would ever buy it for $5. I'm not the type of person that really snacks on this type of stuff. I did buy some other protein bars to try. If I am gonna have like a special treat or something, I am more likely to have protein bars and something like this, but it's not bad. I always do this. I end up eating through all my reviews, and then do you know how much I have to edit out? Because you don't want to see me eating. That wasn't too bad. I don't know how I'm gonna now package this. I think I might keep them in the fridge. I would eat them all now, but I'm literally just about to eat my lunch, so there goes that. If you stayed until the end of this video, why? This video has literally been all over the place, but thank you if you did stay. If you like this crazy face, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow me. Why can't I just say one thing right? Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye for now. Ciao. Wow, I look a mess. Goodbye.